And we're alive. Right after the introduction, we'll start the game.
From Lawrence, Kansas.
We are live in Kansas City here at Sweeney Rec in a very surprising warm Thursday night. I'm Cristian Martinez. Here with me is my co-host Jackson Ogden, and we're happy to present Kansas City versus Denver, a third conference play game for the Roos, as the Roos are looking to get their first conference win this season.
Yeah, early on the results have not been what the Roos have wanted. 0-2 in conference, so far, 2 road conference losses. This will be their first opportunity to get a conference win, or a conference game at home versus a Denver team that also has struggled a little bit to start the year in conference. They're 0-1 in conference.
And we are underway as we got number 20 today for Denver. That's Ali Har. Denver's going to try to push it in quickly, and as they get the first points of the game.
And that's just too easy. It's a size disadvantage. It's something that the Roos are going to have to switch on. As we see a foul here as St. Andre tried to push it up the court. A little bump comes from Emma Smith.
And I'm glad to be back here on the calling the game tonight as a good friend of mine, Zach Gunter, who I'll appreciate here in a moment. But right now, Sinai passes it out. The Roos looking to get their first win, as we said in the top of the stream, as they just committed their first turnover. That's retrieved by Micaiah Brandon.
Yeah, and it's not a great start to the game for Kansas City. They give up an easy bucket on their first defensive possession. On their first offensive possession, they turn the ball over.
And here we go. Denver pushing it in. It's a great turnover as the Roos are pushing it down the court with the fast break. Sinai pushes inside. And what a nice layup by Sinai.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to see. That's defense turning into offense for Kansas City right there. It's an easy way to get 2 in transition.
Brandon pushes out, and it was almost a hectic pass as Smith. And he'll send it out. That's JoJo Jones. And there's Har. Har's looking to find someone open as she shoots, and that's a intended by Stafford as she.
That was Cristian. That was such a bad shot that it was a good shot. It was so far off that it was able to get offensively rebounded. You don't see that very often.
That was not a great play by the Roos.
Wild.
And here goes Stafford as she sends it out to Manam. Looks like we got a new kid in graduate guard Mana Mensah.
Yep.
Yeah, Mana Mensah. She's from Toronto, Canada, coming in from Utah State before she arrived at UMKC. As Smith pushes inside and just misses. Sinai pushing it down the court. She looks, sends it out to Stafford. Stafford shoots, and ooh.
Just off the mark there for a 3, Stafford. Denver pushing in transition, but the Roos
Hard
recover.
passes it out to Smith. Smith shoots, and misses as well as Stafford comes up with the rebound, and it's constant pushing down the court. Roos are trying to play quick here.
Yeah, trying to play quick, and they did a great job there defensively because after the missed shot, they were able to get back and have the numbers to stop a fast break for Denver. We'll see if they can get anything going offensively here. So far, nothing out of the set on offense. Only one bucket, and it came in transition.
And there's Mullins as St. Andre tries to shoot it. She shoots. Oh, and just misses on the buzzer beater.
And you can't get down on the shot clock like that. She had to heave one up because the shot clock was about to expire. Not a great offensive set for Kansas City there.
Denver had their game postponed against Omaha due to weather, and this is going to be their first game back after that postponement as Har sends it back inside.
And that's a travel.
That is a travel.
Yeah, walk with the ball there.
Easy call.
JoJo Jones not able to keep her plant foot, or her pivot foot planted, I should say.
And then on the floor, Jocelyn Ewell forward. Sinai St. Andre, the guard who's the facilitator of this offense.
Yeah, Jocelyn Ewell does a lot of key things for this Roos team. She really provides size that they need.
Micaiah Mullins with the ball, and obviously the veteran Elise Stafford communicating with her point guard as he shoots and scores.
Big three-point shot from Stafford. It's the first bucket that the Roos have gotten in a set offense today, and they needed it badly. They're up 5-4 now.
Ooh, and an errant pass by Denver as it goes to the ball of Mensah. As Mensah pushes it in, ooh, turnover for the Roos.
Yeah, she tried to go up, shot got blocked.
And now Smith is going to try to make something happen to get the lead here. It's 5-4 Roos. It's 6 minutes left. As that's a rebound by
Jocelyn Ewell.
Yeah.
And that was a really good set play from Denver. Really got a nice three-point. And Sinai St. Andre drives and misses, gets her own board.
Sends it out to Elise. Elise shoots, and it's in. There you go. There you go, Miss Stafford.
Just feeling it early here. Roos up 8-4 here early in the first.
And there's Sinai playing her signature defense. And there goes a turnover by Mensah. Mensah pushing it down. She gets the layup, and it's a foul.
And I love how she initiated that contact. She didn't get nervous and dribble it out. She didn't just try to do a bunch of pump fakes. She wanted the contact. She tried to drive through it, and now she's going to get 2 shots at the line because of it.
That was a great job by Mensah, who is starting for the first time this season.
Yeah, and just a note, the last home game the Roos played here, the last time we saw them here in Kansas City when they played Bellevue, they were perfect from the charity stripe. Did not miss a singular free throw. A key reason why they were able to pull that one out.
And here we go. As Mensah shoots.
Rims in.
It's a 9-4 lead before the second shot.
The home perfection from the charity stripe is still alive so far?
So far, so good for the Roos.
Second one is good.
It's good. I thought we were going to jinx it. I was afraid.
No.
I was scared that...
not this time.
I'm happy I did not.
10-4 Roos. Denver pushing the ball up. About 5:20 to go here in this opening period.
Brandon is inside looking to push it out. Brandon sends it. Oh, tried to send it out to Jones.
And they're going to call kicked ball. It'll stay with Denver.
Kickball foul. 10-4 Roos. Looks like Mensah has averaged 7.5 points per game in 2 games. Hope to see more of her.
Also is the kicked ball does not count as a foul on anybody. No, it doesn't go towards anyone's personal fouls, so that's good for Kansas City.
And they push inside. Minette shoots, and it's a great rebound by Stafford.
Yeah, Makai Minute for Denver there. Nearly got that one to fall. Got a good look in the paint. Wasn't able to quite hit it.
And here goes Nero. Sends it down to Ewell. Ewell sends it out to Stafford. Stafford's looking. Sends it to the other side. Mensah shoots and just misses as Denver gets the rebound.
Denver really controlled the glass there. 2 Denver players were closer than any Kansas City
player. Here goes
player.
Denver. Har sends it to Smith. Smith looking. She's the pure scorer on this offense as Brandon shoots the 3, and it misses. That's a rebound by Mensah. Mensah making plays all over.
Yeah, and the Roos are pushing it here, trying to get something. They've played phenomenally defensively. It's here Stafford for a 3. She's short.
She's feeling trigger happy from the 3-point line, Jackson.
Roos get a steal after the Denver rebound. Nero shoots just off. tapped around. Possession goes to Denver.
All over the place. It's
Media timeout here with 4:14 to go in the opening period. Kansas City off to a pretty good start here, up 10-4 on Denver, and this was exactly what they needed after their last 2 outings in South Dakota and South Dakota State.
You're right, and you know, funny enough, it looks like the new kid, Mensa, she's all over the court. She's doing things left and right, up and down, and it's fascinating to see what she's been doing.
Yeah, I mean, she's obviously brought in something, and obviously the coaching staff feels that she has something to offer, bring her in, later in the season. And she's, so far on the court tonight, been able to make an impact.
Now, the Roos, historically in the series, they've been 6-5, 5-2 at home, but 1-3 from away. You got to take this as home court advantage for the Roos.
Well, you got to win your home conference games. I mean, that's the bottom line, is you've got to protect your home court when it comes to conference as much as you need to in, non-conference. It's even more important when you get to conference games because of, you get to the end of the season and you blow a few home games in the conference and you've got to go on the road, then it's tough to make those up. It can be done, but you really, really got to do everything you can to protect your home court.
Now, let's talk about the record for a second. Looks like the Roos have been not as great as you want it to be, but it's still the start of the season
and
nonetheless.
It's early, and look, non-conference can be tough. It's really when you get to conference is where the season begins, and it's going to be interesting to watch as Kansas City tries to turn this thing around in conference.
And now you just got to wonder what is going on. I mean, 4-9 is not where you want to be, but it's also, we got to look at, it's the first year for Coach Jackson. You can only ask for so much if you're the Roos. She won't be able to hear us anyhow. She won't be able to hear us anyhow. Now as we come out of the media timeout, again, I think the Roos, if they continue to be aggressive, looks like Stafford's is being pretty aggressive at the three-point line. You wonder if she's going to keep it going.
And that's just part of Elise Stafford's game. She loves to shoot the three. If she gets any opportunity at a deep shot, she's going to hit it. Most of the times, but she's going to take it every time she has the opportunity.
And there goes Har.
One of the best shooters on the court.
Har moving around the court. She's maneuvering, tosses it out to Smith, and she shoots and misses. As Denver gets the ball again, sends it out to Brandon. Smith has the ball looking, sends it out, shoots, and misses. That was a shot by JoJo Jones, and a rebound by Stafford.
Yeah, really good box out by Stafford there. That was impressive.
Nero. She's commanding the court right now, asking for someone to come up as Ewell shoots, and she makes the mid-range jumper.
Makai Mullins on that shot.
Mullins, my bad.
It's hard, these bigs, man, you can get them mixed up.
Oh, there you go. There's Mullins.
Jump ball.
Kansas City gets the possession.
So that'll serve as another turnover for Denver because of that. 12-4 Roos, 3:29 to go in the opening period.
6 turnovers for Denver.
And it's been a dominating defensive effort by the Kansas City Roos so far in this first quarter. It's exactly what you want to see after giving up 80-plus points in back-to-back games.
Makai Mullins is going to take it out. Passes to Mensa. It's a kick. Looks like Brandon kicked the ball back out.
Yeah, and Denver pressing here. An interesting strategy. They've got 3 people in the front court, or in the back court, I should say.
Looks like, well, it's 12-4. You really want to close this gap somehow. As Mensa taking control of the ball. Nero looking to go inside. As Mullins goes out. Sends it to Stafford. Stafford looking. Sends it out back to Mensa. Mensa pushes it inside. Stafford shoots it out. And it's just triangle offense going on right now as Mensa pulls it up. Misses, but it's a rebound by Ewell.
Travel.
Travel
on you. Thought there might have been a foul as she went up to shoot, but they're going to say a travel occurred first.
as Denver's going to take the ball out.
So it'll be Denver ball, and they desperately need a basket here.
Really need a basket as they are.
Kansas City on a 10-0 run.
Hard looking, and they're going to call a foul on.
It's going to be an off-ball foul, and to the crowd's disapproval, it's going to be on Kansas City. It'll be on Mekhi Mullins. Jackson Durrett is heated. She thinks that foul should have been on Denver, and the crowd agrees with her.
And she is just, and that's just not good for the Roos. As she sees Brandon shoot the rebound, and Denver being really aggressive here, as Elise sends a pass out, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, and a really good out-of-bounds play for Denver. They were able to get to the rim fairly easy, and then the Roos, you know, trying to respond and go quick after that, turn the ball over, throw it out of bounds.
Brandon shoots, gives the ball out to Har. As they're going to keep pushing inside. Smith.
And a foul on Stafford, and getting a little whistle happy here. The Roos are not amused by that, as Sinai St. Andre will check into the game.
And Coach Jackson Durrett is just, she's trying to control her emotions right now and trying to make sure
she's going to have to do what she can to not get a technical, because she's not having a great time with these calls. And now an illegal screen on Denver will send the ball Kansas City's way. So foul after foul going on here.
It was on the sophomore guard Wilson as Denver continues to press.
This full court press from Denver. You wonder if they saw something on film that would tell them something
Elise
like this.
Has it out, sends it to Sinai. Sinai looking for someone to come up, as it is Denver just really playing good defense right now. And she pushes it out. Nero passes to Stafford. Stafford shoots, and it just goes out.
That's such a beautiful extra pass. She could have taken that, and she passed it to Stafford in the corner. And yeah, the result,
hard going down, and that's a foul on the Roos.
The result isn't what you want on that previous three-pointer by Kansas City, but it's a great extra pass.
Another foul on the Roos. I am really surprised by the amount of fouls that are being called tonight.
Yeah, you know, it felt like we had a pretty clean game, and in these last few minutes, there's been some calls. As
Brandon falls down and sends it out. Brandon has the ball, looking, sends it to Har. Har calling for someone to go on the left side, as they're trying to call a play here. Looks like there was a screen. Sends it back to Brandon. Brandon shoots and misses. That's Mullins' ball. Mullins trying to push a double team. Sinai has the ball. Sends it to Stafford. Stafford back to Sinai. Sinai rebound. Oh, what a play by Sinai St. Andre.
Yeah, real good floater by Andre there. She was able to get into the paint, work her way through defenders, and here's a foul on Stafford.
You've got to be kidding me. Elise Stafford
going for the ball, couldn't quite get it, got a little bit of body. So you'd imagine they're going to sub Stafford out here.
Yeah, 2 fouls already early.
And Stafford's coming out, Ava Murphy, sophomore's coming in.
Let's see if Murphy can play some meaningful minutes here tonight.
You know, and Murphy did play some meaningful minutes against Bellevue a few weeks ago in their win. So we'll see. She didn't score anything, but she was on the court making a lot happen.
As it sends it out to Brandon. And there you go. That is Robles. Sends it back to Wilson. Wilson to Brandon. Brandon sends it inside as an errant pass. And who they're going to call it out on?
They're going to call it out on Kansas City. Denver surprised there wasn't a foul there. There was some contact while the pass was cutting through the lane.
Smith grabbing her hip after that play.
Yeah, she did get. It looked like she got hit in the back of her hip.
As Smith passes it out to Robles. Robles pushes inside, and that's a foul. Yep. That is a travel.
And, you know, it probably would have been a foul because she caught 2 Roos defenders up in the air. They didn't stay disciplined, but she was traveling first, so no foul.
Denver continuing to play trap defense on the Roos as Sinai pushes it in with her speed. Oh, and
no bucket. They're going to call a blocking foul while St. Andre was passing the ball. Was nervous they might call a charge there on the Roos. It was very close.
I was nervous too, as Ewell had that layup quick and easy.
And the layup will not count. It'll just be Roos ball.
The Roos are 2-8 from the three-point line. I wonder if they're going to keep shooting from the three-point range. Nero almost loses control of the ball, and she's losing control of the ball. Still has it. Denver's ball. Smith running it down the court. Throws it on the outside. Shoots. And
that's
makes
a killer.
it.
And that was just an absolute killer for Kansas City.
Mary Wilson with the shot.
Couldn't keep control of the ball, turned it over, gave up a transition 3. Just something you can't let happen.
Sinai has the ball, throws it out to Nero. Nero fakes it, and it's a foul.
And that's just classic hip check right there. She blew by her defender over-committed towards the 3. And so when Nero blew past her, her only real option was to foul her. And Kansas City's in the bonus now with 41.2 seconds to play in the quarter.
14-9.
14-9, and they'll head to the line now that they're in the bonus. And women's college basketball, there is no double bonus, unlike men's. Took me a while to understand that, but I got it now. So it'll be 2 free throws regardless here.
Tamia Ugas coming in.
I'm surprised she's just checking into the game. She's played some meaningful minutes as the first free throw's good for Nero.
And again, I think tonight's going to be really, really important that the Roos rely on their bench. So we'll see how they do as they continue their perfect free throw streak.
They just shoot their free throws well in Kansas City. I'll say that.
That's Robles. Robles pushing it inside.
And Kansas City should probably hold for the last shot here. There's about a 2-second differential between shot and game clock, but Denver's going to get called for a foul here, so that will end all of that. St. Andre will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
28 seconds on the clock. 69 Roos. Roos are leading. You wonder what Coach Jackson's going to call. Well, looks like they're going to go to the free throw line.
Well, Kansas City's got a great opportunity here to make the lead 9. We'll see if they can. St. Andre's first is good. 17-9, 28 seconds to go. You would imagine Denver on this next possession will hold for the last shot.
I mean,
unless they get a really good look.
Yeah, I mean, you have to at this point as Sinai shoots, and it's a 9-point game. The Roos are leading. If you're Denver, you gotta find a way to cut this lead. But obviously for the Roos, this is an awesome first quarter.
This has been a good start. The best quarter they've played in conference play so far is Denver.
As Robles has the ball.
Yeah, bringing it up, and as I would have imagined, they're just going to wait, drain this clock a little bit, make sure that Kansas City doesn't get a possession.
Sinai, looking at Robles, she's playing some really good defense tonight. As Robles tries to get a screen, she cannot. Robles going in, shoots it out to Manette, misses, and there's 1 second on the clock. Sinai is just gonna dribble that ball and
wow! That will not count. Sinai St. Andre just hit a half-court shot. That will not count.
I hate that it did not count, but it's a
heck of a shot anyway.
Heck of a shot nonetheless.
It was fun to see. After one, UMKC, the Roos, they lead Denver 18-9.
Now, Jackson, tell me a little bit about what you've seen tonight from the Roos.
Well, I've seen some defensive intensity, and some of that defensive intensity has gotten them called for some fouls and gotten into a little bit of foul trouble, but at the same time, it's led to getting stops. It's led to playing what is probably their best defensive quarter they've played, at least in a month that I've seen out of them. It was really good, and it's a great way to respond to the last 2 games can really morally weigh on you. It can really be tough to get beat like that back to back. So it's good to see them come out and use that as fuel. And I thought the defensive side of the ball has been the story here in the first quarter.
All right, well, in a minute we're going to talk to our sideline reporter, Marissa Leggio. And here she is pulling up. Marissa, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, how you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
Doing well, doing well. Now, tell me a little bit about what you saw on the court.
Yeah, no, I'm actually super impressed with this team. They're looking really good. Got off to a slow start, but, I mean, these rebounds, they've been helping each other out. Overall, I think they've looked great so far. They've kept a solid lead pretty much the whole time, and, yeah, I'm looking forward to see what the next half brings, for sure.
Tell me a little bit about seeing Stafford coming off the court early. She has 2 fouls. Did you see anything interesting, especially any interaction between Coach Jackson Durrett and Stafford?
Yes, so I was just over there sitting behind the bench, and I was noticing, one thing that I noticed was Coach Jackson Durrett, her facial expressions during, I think she was kind of amused by all these fouls. Every time they would call a foul, she would get this grin on her face, and I just thought that was super interesting, but one thing that I did see from the bench, though, that I really liked is every time someone needed defensive help, the team on the bench, they would scream out and let the team know, like, hey, let's get some help over here. and they would run and help and get to it, and it worked out great. So I love seeing the team on the bench still out there supporting and cheering on their team and giving that good advice as always.
Yeah, and another thing too, it looks like players like Stafford, Sinai have been key difference makers. But when you see players like Ava Murphy come off the bench, do you think that the Roos will rely on the bench tonight, or do you think things will be a little bit different? Do you think they'll rely on their starters to perform?
I want to say that they're going to rely on these starters, but if they need that extra help from the bench, I truly believe that they'll call that person in and they're going to get the job done for sure.
't Well, that's all we got for you right now. We're going to see if we can get some more information as the second quarter comes. Thank you so much, Marissa. We'll hear from you before halftime.
Yep. Thanks, Jackson. Or Cristian.
I appreciate you calling me Jackson tonight. But here's actual Jackson.
Here I am.
I'm Cristian.
Here I am.
I hope our voices are distinguishable as Mullen sends it out to Sinai.
Yeah, Roos going to look to keep this pace going. That's an excellent quarter they just played. And Denver's obviously going to try and adjust. So Kansas City's got to stay on their toes, adjust to the adjustment.
Mullen's pushing it aside. Nero is pushing it in, and she lays it up. Oh, just misses on the long.
That was some saucy dribbling right there from Nero. That was, ooh, if she would have finished that.
Yeah, I know. She's a great dribbler. She just needs to be careful with losing control as Brandon shoots.
Brandon, a big, you don't think of her as a shooter, really. She's 0 for 3 from downtown tonight, so her coach is probably going to be in her ear about not shooting as much.
As that's JoJo Jones pushing it in, and it's a foul.
Travel,
never mind.
And honestly, I'm so happy that got called, because players get rewarded for falling way too much in basketball. You see it in men and women's basketball. I'm glad that ref called that traveling, because it was not a foul. She just fell on her own. Good on the ref there.
Jocelyn Ewell coming in as Mullen sends it out, and it's an errant pass.
I don't even think it was an errant pass. St. Andre just dropped it. I mean, she just went out of her hands. But it's going to stay with Kansas City, I believe. No. Yeah.
That's staying. No.
Okay, there we go.
That's Denver. No way that was going to.
I was about to say, craziness going down here in Kansas City right now.
Out. Robles. And then JoJo Jones looking to go in. And it's
looks like it's going to be a personal foul.
Man.
Ravon Nero.
So many fouls this early.
Hey,
Jeez.
I mean, they're calling it, and you got to adjust. Every game's different because you have different refs, and some refs call games differently. And these refs aren't letting them play as much as other ones will, and you've just got to adjust to that.
And Nahar sends it out to Robles. Looking. Sorry, JoJo Jones. Jeez. JoJo Jones trying to push it in.
And there's just no real rhythm for this Denver offense, Cristian. They really don't have much.
They remind me of the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Not to disrespect, though.
No, they got a little more movement than that, Cristian.
Okay, fair enough. We won't disrespect Denver.
But another travel. I mean, this has been a half of travels both ways.
Jeez.
But it's good. Honestly, in these days, the refs have let a lot of travels go.
Another trap. Denver's
it's worked. I mean, it kind of has worked. You got to be honest.
But look, now it's not working. Sinai pushing it down quickly as she kind of comes down to this offense to tell them to relax, take a chill pill.
Yeah. And it works when you trap them in the backcourt, but you also have people that can recover when they get to the front court.
As Sinai sends it to Mensah. Mensah looking, pushing, shoots and block. And she gets it again, and it's Paul bouncing.
Shot clock violation on the Roos. Excellent defense there from Denver.
Shot clock violation means that it's Denver ball, 18-9, 8:23 left in the second half. And second quarter.
And there was just no real good look there the entire shot clock for Kansas City. They weren't able to work it into the paint and get any good looks. That's a great job by Denver defensively.
Denver doing a great job on defense as they have the ball hard. Looking, pushing it out. Wilson shoots. Wilson just in and out as Smith gets the rebound. Smith pushes it hard. Fakes it, passes. Wilson again shoots. Misses one more time.
Man, those tough misses. Those both look good on line. One rim's out. Yet again, the Kansas City defense getting stops.
Sinai with her athleticism showcasing as she hits that layup with her speed and athleticism.
I love how she didn't stop. She just drove that the length of the court. That's what makes her special, is her burst, that she can just go down the court and make something happen.
And there's Denver misses on the turnaround.
I mean, that looks like I would have bet $100 I was going in. Tough bounce, but
hey, I thought I was going in too, but I guess
we're not in Kansas, so I wouldn't bet.
We're not in Kansas.
Here come the Roos.
Mullins pushes it out to Sinai. Sinai shoots and just misses.
And I don't mind her shooting, but that's just not her strength. Her strength is attacking the basket.
Smith shoots and misses as well as Denver has the ball. And
they're going to call foul on Kansas City. I think this will be on Ewell. We'll see. Yep, it'll be Jocelyn Ewell on the foul. So
Monet had the ball, and she just got instantly fouled.
It was her first personal of the night, so, you know.
I don't want to say anything, but do you think Smith is a mismatch for Sinai? Because it seems like Smith is defensively playing Sinai.
Yeah. You know, I think everyone so far, from what I've seen at least, the matchups, there hasn't been a blatant mismatch, so we'll keep an eye on it. But to this point, I haven't seen a mismatch on either side that's obvious.
As Har has the ball, sends it to Smith. Smith sends it out to Wilson. Wilson fakes it, passes it out. Har looking. And she tries to push it inside, sends it out to Brandon. Brandon shoots. And that's
there you go.
Denver.
There you go. Needed that one to fall. Big bucket for Denver. Brandon's had a tough start to this game. Finally hit a three in the corner.
Looks like offensively, the Roos have placed, who is that? Mensah on Smith. But it looks like Smith is playing Sinai. And let's see if Sinai can take advantage with her athleticism. And she sends it out. And then it's Mensah fakes.
Good pump fake.
And that's out. That's
real
Sinai.
Nice pump.
Sinai looking to go around, shoots from the midfield, and that's
not really the shot you want her taking there. Contested mid-range shot. Again, her strength is attacking the basket, getting to the paint, attacking the rim.
Zaire Harrell came in the game.
When Sinai settles for jumpers, the product is not as good.
I agree. She's great on the inside as Wilson has the ball. Monet pushing it inside against Euro.
That's a grown woman move right there. That's getting to the paint, using your physical ability, dominating down there, getting some space. Nice lay-in for Denver, and they've cut this lead to 6.
Sinai calling a play here, sends it to Mullins. Mullins wants it out to Mensah. Mensah gets the ball now. It's getting a pass from Sinai. Mullins sends it into Ewell. Sinai has the ball, sends it to Mensah. She's in the mid-range, sends it back out. And there he goes. Sinai with the ball again as she shoots and misses.
Yeah, and Kansas City, the ball movement's fine, but nobody's moving off the ball.
And as Denver
going to get an easy transition basket.
They take advantage of a miscommunication as the Roos turn the ball over. Brandon has the ball. Har shoots the three, and it's in. It is 20-19 out of nowhere. They have a 9-point lead, and now it's down to 1.
Kansas City's going to call a timeout there, but you could argue they should have called it earlier. The floodgates have opened. What a spark. A 10-0 run by Denver. Started with a 3, and it's just torpedoed. Kansas City offensively not able to move the ball. Reckless on the inbound passes. You can't allow that to happen. And now their lead is shrunk to 1 with 5:17 to go in the half.
Now, I'm going to ask you, Jackson, what is going on with the Roos defensively tonight to lead to this to cut the deficit from 9 points to 1?
Well, I think Kansas City defensively in that first quarter played hungry. In the second quarter, they've just allowed open looks. I mean, that's just the bottom line is they've let people get better looks, and they haven't been able to rebound as well. But on the flip side of that, when you turn the ball over, of course they're getting better looks because you don't have time to get set defensively. So, it's just bad offense. Oftentimes leads to bad defense, and that's kind of what's been happening in this stretch for Kansas City because when Kansas City's been set defensively, they've looked really good. They've actually done good things. They've gotten some steals. They've forced some turnovers. It's just when they're not set, it's hard for them to do that.
For Denver, I believe this is their first conference play game, correct?
Second conference. They did have one conference game that they did play. Actually, no. I forgot that game got postponed. So this would be their first conference game with all the crazy weather and stuff that we had a week ago. Just bizarre.
For their first conference play game, it's fascinating that they were able to come back from 9 point.
They're down 11.
Yeah.
I mean, they were down
They're down by a lot at some
They're
point.
down double digits. They cut it to 1 quickly.
So now it's a matter for the Roos. You got to continue to push it inside.
The Roos have to respond out of this timeout. If the Roos come out of this timeout and play the way that they've played in the last few minutes, this could get ugly. They have to come out and get back to that, get back to that way that they started this game. They've got to get back to the way they played in the opening quarter. Calm, collective, stop settling for bad shots, make something happen offensively, and then hustle your butt back to get back on defense so there's no easy buckets for Denver.
And my question is, Kansas City, it looks like the only player that's been able to make anything happen from the outside is Elise.
Yeah.
So you wonder if you give her some more looks on the outside and you let Sinai kind of control the inside.
I mean, you've got to just attack. You got to do something. You don't have any. Every possession, they're getting deep into the shot clock and they're not getting an open look. They're getting a tough contested look, which, yeah, sometimes you'll make that and that's great, but more times than not, you're going to miss that. And it's just not a winning formula. They need to get some set plays. I wouldn't be surprised here, Cristian, if they run a couple set plays out of this timeout just to get comfortable again offensively.
And Denver halts the trap defense now.
Interesting move by Denver.
As it seems like they've closed the lead down.
It was working, though. I mean, I don't know if you don't stick with that if you're Denver.
As Mensah has the ball, sends it out to Sinai. Sinai sends it to Nero. Nero shoots and misses. As Denver's going to push the ball down the court quickly. As Smith shoots and it misses. And that's
stay with Denver. As Ewell touched it. She couldn't rebound it, but that goes to boxing out. Ewell didn't box out, and now it's an extra possession for Denver. They'll get 20 extra seconds to try and make something happen.
And subs coming in for Smith is Robles. Now we're going to see what Denver can do here offensively. As Haar sends it out, and it's a block by Nero as she climbs over the seats.
That was very nearly like the defensive play of the year. Nero really went for that ball. Great effort out of her, just not able to quite keep herself in bounds.
Glad she's okay as well. Don't want her to get injured.
Yeah.
All right, as Denver has the ball, Robles looking, dribbling around, trying to find someone open. As Wilson, as Nero is all over the court here defensively.
Nero's got active hands and active feet, and that's something that a coach will pay attention to. It's not all about scoring. It's not all about rebounds. Sometimes it's about those effort plays, and she's been making those on this possession.
As and Kansas City now playing aggressively on defense as Nero.
Nearly got another steal. I mean, she's just been all over this ball. Shot clock running down for Denver here.
As Haar shoots it in the midfield range. And that's a rebound for the Roos. Mensah has the ball. And here comes Sinai. Sinai looking for to put some more points on the board for the Roos. And she's commanding this offense as she usually does. Elise has the ball, sends it to Nero. Nero has a wide open lane. Passes it to Ewell. Passes it out to Mensah. Mensah to Sinai. Sinai shoots. And my goodness. She had the three and it just bounced out.
It was a good look, though, and they finally got a good look. As Nero, I mean, how many times is she going to deflect a pass here? Just keeps deflecting all of these passes.
She looks like George Karloftis out there.
yeah, you could say that. The basketball version of him, whatever that is, that's what she's doing right now. And she's being really disruptive on defense. But going back to the previous Roos possession.
And there's Nero. She steals it. She had it in bounds.
And that's going to go to Kansas City. Nero is just playing with phenomenal effort right now on this court. Outside of a breather, I don't know how you can take her off the floor at this point.
I wouldn't take her out the court. I mean, she's
an impact really player, and she's somebody I brought up in the pregame where, Roos' last home win, she was vital to that. She shot very efficiently from the field, and she's disruptive on defense. And tonight, she hasn't scored that much, but she's done a great job.
And Elise shoots. And an air ball. As Denver, oh my goodness, Nero she's putting her footprint on this defense. My goodness. As Denver pushes us inside, Ewell playing great defense, but better offense from Monet as Denver.
Grown woman move. Bodied her way in.
But now it's the lead for Denver as Mensah's trying to slow it down for a second. Sends it to Sinai, she's calling a play. She's drawing up. She's going to draw up some plays. It sends it to Mensah. Mensah looking. She's pushing it inside. Ewell has it. Sends it outside to Nero. Nero shoots. And that's a three.
I'm telling you right now, she's the best player on the court. It's obvious. It's to me, it's not even a contest. The amount of things that she can do offensively and defensively for this team, she's such a valuable piece to this roster.
A spectacular addition for the Roos. And there's Robles with the ball. And looks like it's a foul call on the Roos.
Should be a foul on Mensa.
Not surprised. I mean, it's just been a foul fest for both teams. I mean,
it is only Mensa's first, so that is one positive thing for Kansas City.
And we'll take that.
Roos lead 23-21, 2:50 to play until the half.
As Smith has the ball, looking outside, sends it to Har. Roos playing very efficient defense as Sinai pops the ball out, and it's Denver ball.
That was good defense. She got blown by, but she was able to tap the ball out before she got completely blown by to where it goes out of bounds.
And they send it in. Brandon tries to shoot it in, misses, and it's Sinai with the rebound as the Roos are trying to push it down the court. Looks outside. Nero nearly takes a step back. Elise has it. Nero shoots again, and it's in. Nero.
Run, Nero.
Call the fire department because she is on fire.
She is on fire, and I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but she's just played such an impressive half.
And she increases his Roos lead 26-21. As Smith shoots, Har shoots, misses with the rebound. Smith.
There's an off ball, or there was a foul for going for the rebound. It's going to be on Kansas. Nope, excuse me. It's going to be on Denver.
As Smith looks confused, she's like, what the heck is going on here?
I think a lot of people were confused in there. I don't think anybody quite had an idea of whose foul that was on. There was a lot of bodies.
Here comes Micaiah Mullins and Rain Green. Let's see what kind of difference they can make on the court. And as the Roos increase their lead 26-21, 5-point lead. Whoa, a substitution.
More subs coming in, yeah.
Late sub, JoJo Jones coming in.
I believe this is the first time Rain Green's seen the floor tonight, correct?
Correct. Yes. She was the starter last game. Surprised that
but when you're losing, you got to try and switch stuff up. And Coach Jackson Durrett has done that tonight. And look, there's been some tough stretches, but overall, Kansas City's up 5.
Nero passes the ball down to Mensa. Mensa passes it back to Nero. Nero shoots again. Can she make it 3 in a row? She could not.
That's a heat
But that's
check.
a Roo ball. Mullins has it. Nero says, let's hold on.
She said, we're going to slow it down now. I had my heat check. Now we're going to run some offense.
Great job by Nero to calm this chaotic offense down for a second. As Rain Green has the ball. She's commanding this offense. She's looking, pushes it out to Mensa. Mensa shoots.
Good look.
And that was a great look, but just missed. And Mensa has the ball again. And
Rims
there you
in.
go.
Got the bounce. Shooter's touch.
Shooter's touch. Ball don't lie.
And how about this? An 8-0 run by Kansas City here to respond to the 12-0 run that Denver had.
As Wilson shoots, and you just had to say something. You had to say something, Jackson.
All I say is facts, all right? I can't control what's going on out there,
Way to
Cristian.
go, Tony Romo.
Okay. I can't control what goes on out there. Yeah, everyone knows that. If I could, I would be going to Kansas and putting down some bets. I'd be a rich man, but can't do that. So
I need you to hold the phone there, Buster, as Rain Green passes it out to Mullins. Mullins had a wide open lane as Rain Green has it now. They're going to let this offense kind of slow down. As Rain pushes it inside, it's a simple layup and
floater. Yeah, good looking floater, but it rimmed out. We got 45 seconds exactly in the half. Roos up 4. It'll be Denver ball here.
And this is coming out to be a great game. Both teams showing some life here on the court.
Two really big runs is the difference in this game, really. And both teams looked like they were pulling away. I wouldn't say Denver looked like they were pulling away, but they had a stretch where they looked like they might just take this game over.
As Denver has the ball, Har has it, trying to showcase her physicality, and she missed, and JoJo Jones has it, and that's an easy layup for JoJo Jones. It is 28-26 Roos.
Kansas City,
and again,
they're going to take the last shot, but still some valuable time went off the clock there. As
trap defense.
They're looking to inbound it.
And here comes the Roos. Rain Green slowing it down. She's going to push it down, try to make a last-second shot. She pushes in, gets a screen from Mullins, pushes it inside. Ewell had it, and it's Mullins' ball, and who they're going to call it on? Jump.
Possession will go with Denver.
With 6 seconds on the clock, you'd imagine
6.5 to go. Yeah, and but if you're Kansas City, you want to settle for the last shot there. You don't really want to push that with time left on the clock, because now in the event of a miss or a turnover, now Denver's going to get a shot.
In Denver, Har flies through as there's a block.
Narrow at the buzzer. Short, and we'll go to halftime. The Roos lead 28-26 over Denver. A back and forth, exciting half in this conference opener, or this conference home opener, as Sinai St. Andre is limping off the court right now. Don't know what happened there. Now she's starting to jog. We'll see what that's all about. But yeah, Roos up 2 at half. Cristian, what are your overall thoughts on the half?
The Roos are they're making it competitive.
Oh yeah,
that's what I appreciate. Again, as a good friend of mine said, this game's all about runs, right? And the Roos had 2 big runs to start the game. And as they had runs, Denver had runs as well. That cuts deficit from 9-1, and then they had the lead, and now the Roos have a 2-point lead, 28-26, heading into halftime. Something I'm worried about, though, and I want to hear your thoughts on, are the fouls. It looks like almost every Roo has a foul in this game, including, Ewell, Mullins, Elise. Elise probably has the most fouls tonight. I need a confirmation on that. But other than that, I'm worried about how Kansas City's doing turnover-wise as well. 10 turnovers. They need to slow down. They've shown that they can slow down, but they need to take some breathers, let the offense come to them. Don't force it. But now...
well, the good news is, regarding the fouls, is Elise does have 2, but no other Roo has more than 1. So we do have... Mullins has a foul, St. Andre has a foul, Mensa has a foul, Ewell has a foul, and Narrow has a foul. But they all have a singular foul, so that's good. When you look at the Denver side of it, a little bit different for them. They have 2 players with 2 fouls and then 3 with 1. So yes, a lot of fouls have been called, but nobody quite in danger of fouling out of this game quite yet.
Now as we're in halftime, I guess we can call this our halftime show, sponsored by Roo News, your university newspaper here at UMKC. Jackson, let me ask you a couple questions. For one, do you think Kansas City needs to switch it up here offensively? Do they need to focus more on going on the inside? Should they focus on the three-point line? What do you think needs to happen?
Well, I don't see a ton of off-ball movement in the Kansas City offense. It's just pass. Not a lot of cuts, not a lot of movements happening. I don't really know how you expect to get open looks unless you're just relying on isolation ball. And then where are the picks? Where are the pick and rolls? You've got 2 extremely big players that could thrive off the pick and roll. You just don't see any at the top of the key. I would like to see some more of that in the second half offensively for Kansas City, because it feels like every possession the Roos are fighting tooth and nail to get a good look, to get any basket at all. And they need to set themselves up for some easier offense.
And now there's some halftime fun here going on in KC. One of the things that worries me about the Roos as well is just at the three-point line, they just need to, people like Elise. Elise is doing a lot at the three-point line. She's trying to force things, and it's, I think they need to slow down.
Yeah, overall for Kansas City, it's been a okay shooting night from downtown for the most part, I guess, but 4-17 could obviously be a lot better.
Whoever shot threes here needs to play for KC.
Try out. No, Kansas City 9 for 31 from the field. That's not an efficient enough number. Only shooting 29%. Only shooting 23.5% from 3. That's not good enough. Free throw line, they're doing their job, 6 of 6.
Field goal percentage is wild. Kansas City 29%, Denver with 33.
Yeah, neither team shooting the ball well at all. Neither team shooting the ball well from 3. They're both 4-17. A big difference is Kansas City's 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Denver doesn't have a free throw yet. They haven't even shot one. So, that's kind of an odd stat, but everything else is kind of even. Rebounds, Denver 21, Kansas City 20. It's been a pretty even game overall in the score.
Total. There have been 3 lead changes for both teams, 3 apiece. And it looks like the Roos have had the most time with the lead with 80%.
Yeah. It is, largest lead was 20-9 for the Roos. The largest lead for Denver has been 4-2. Kansas City's had an opportunity in this game. they've, distanced themselves at times, but Denver, give them credit, they've fought back and they've really made life difficult on the Roos.
Now, something else that interests me is blocks. It was Denver 3 and Kansas City 1. Denver has a really good shot blocker in Monet, and she has 20. I'm surprised there isn't more blocks here tonight. I'm hoping that Kansas City can take advantage of the minimized amount of blocks going on.
And I'll tell you a stat that I'm looking at halftime that really is just not acceptable is the Roos only have 6 points in the paint. You can't go an entire half with 6 points in the paint. It's a nearly impossible way to win a basketball game. And it goes back to what I was saying earlier, Cristian, about they don't get any easy baskets. Everything they're having to make is tough, contested jumpers. 6 points in the paint, use your bigs. That's where the pick and roll can come in. They've got to attack the rim.
And I guess my final question is, I'm looking at this stat line here. Do you think the Roos need to continue to attack the free throw line? Do you think they need to keep hitting it down the middle?
Well, I think that partially attacking the basket leads directly towards that, where the more you attack the basket, the more you're going to get to go to the free throw line naturally. You're going to get more fouls the more aggressive you are offensively. So, yes, and they're a very good free throw shooting team. They have been this season. They have been tonight. So, yeah, I would say yes, Cristian. I think one of the keys that will come down that will decide this game is how aggressive they are and how many times they can get themselves to the charity stripe.
Now, I know we're watching women's basketball tonight, but let's talk about a little bit of men's basketball
all right.
while we're here. They have
what's the scoop?
They have a very high ceiling, is what I'm hearing from a lot of people on social media. They're saying the Roos have been playing really well offensively. I don't know how they're doing right now against Denver. I believe they play at 8.
Yep.
They're minutes away from tip-off.
And we can give you some live updates on that one as well.
I'm calling both games.
Kevin Harley, I'm calling both games. But both women and men playing Denver tonight. Men are on the road. Women are right here in Kansas City.
But it's just interesting to see what the Roos have been doing men's basketball-wise. You wonder, again, I'm seeing a lot of talk about how this team is underrated. They have the right players. They got the right system. You just wonder what needs to go right for them in conference play. What do they need to do to really make an impact?
Get Anderson Kopp back. That's the easiest answer. It's just a huge miss when he's not on the court, and we've seen that. They're a completely different team when they have him as their leader, as their best shooter on the team. They've got, obviously talent elsewhere. Raquanis Mitchell, they've got, especially foreign talent. You talk about all of the guys they brought in with that. It's just that, I think without Kopp, they don't space the floor as well. I don't think they have. Nobody fears their shooting as much when they have Kopp out because he's their sniper. So I think that'll make a big difference when he ends up coming back for them. But while he's out, I think one of the ways that they can get better is just relying less on the three-point shot and using their size.
And, funny enough, their first conference game, they played South Dakota. They smacked them 62-45. And Raquanis was the leader in points with 28. Assist, it was a little dry, with the most being Makemba.
You'd like to see that number go up. Only 6 assists throughout a game is not too great of a number, but that's something that can obviously be worked upon. But, you've got obviously a lot of talent on that team, and I think that, they're extremely young and that they're going to be getting a lot better throughout the season.
And then coming off the bench, Tyler Andrews. That's a guy that I'm excited to see come off the court. I wonder if they're going to give him starting minutes because he's the kind of guy that can give you the energy needed. Even guys like Diallo, Barbacar. But, again, Anderson is desperately missed with his 3-and-D play.
Yeah.
You wonder if he'll return. Will he even return this season? We haven't seen him come back on the court. He's not even on the roster. I don't even think he's injured.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's a season-long thing, but yeah, you do hope to get him back soon now that conference play has begun.
With all this talk and promise that he would be the key player here tonight. It sucks to see that he's injured. I want him to do good, and we have both talked to him personally, and
yeah, no, he works hard, and he was really excited about the opportunity this year to lead this team. And while he has missed some time, that opportunity is still right out in front of him. There's still an entire conference slate ahead of them. They've only played one conference game so far before they play Denver here in a few minutes. So, we'll see. I mean, I'm an optimist. I hope he comes back. I think he's close to coming back. He's had 2 different injuries. That's been the tough part. But, yeah, I think as we kind of wrap up the men's basketball before we get back into the second half of this, I think people are right that they have a very high ceiling, that they're a very sneaky team, and that they haven't even gotten close to their potential yet.
And right now I'm doing some tweeting.
You're doing the tweet? You're on the Bird app?
Yep, I'm on the Bird app.
Well, what you tweeting about?
Well, the game, obviously.
Well, you don't know. I mean, I didn't know if you're tweeting about what you're going to eat for dinner later tonight.
I already ate dinner. I ate dinner at 4 o'clock.
It's a little psychotic. I might have to get you tested, but
listen, man. I came to this game. I don't want to be hungry when I'm during halftime. I don't want to be. Do you think I'm going to be eating nachos while I'm calling this game?
Maybe you wouldn't like to do that, but I personally, maybe it's because I'm 21 and broke, but I would eat nachos during a basketball game. That would be a healthy, nutritious dinner for me. But you know what? I just get a bite after the game. That's the way it goes.
All right. Well, Jackson, while I'm tweeting here.
Yeah, tweeting live updates. Go ahead and plug your Twitter for our listeners that they want to follow
my
along.
My Twitter's, I think it's, I forgot it, Martinez C 2424, Martinez C 2424. That's me. What about you, Jackson?
Oh, let's see what my actual username is. Came up with this in about 8th grade, so let's see what we got here.
Oh, God.
It's just Jackson_Ogden.
Okay, I was going to say, I hope it's not nothing too out there.
No, it's not. I know you can change it. Snapchat, you can't change it. But you can change Twitter, thankfully. Maybe it was something else at a different time. But yeah, if you want to follow along, Cristian and me are tweeting out live updates about the game. We'll do that for men's and women's.
Man, well, I hope you guys are having a good night. Tonight the weather's been pretty
good. Well, what
good.
A great day, honestly. What a fantastic day for weather. It just last week's game gets canceled because of how cold and snowy it was going to be. And then today it's 60 degrees. I mean, you just never know. Hopefully it stays like this for New Year's Eve. And, hopefully the cold is going to go away for a while. And the snow. No more cancellations.
Yeah, me too, but it's going to get cold again.
Hey, that is the way it goes. That is weather. No meteorologist, but that is weather.
I'm no meteorologist. I leave that to the professionals. As we got 2:38 left here in halftime. We're going to give you guys a little pause so you guys can go to the bathroom.
Go get a snack. Go, do what you got to do.
All right, as we will be right back after this commercial break. And we are back on. Oh, I can't hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anywho, great to be back. Let's see what Kansas City does right now as they get the ball back.
Here we go, Roos with the ball to start the half.
As is Stafford looking, pushes it out to Mensah. Mensah looking, sends it out. Mullins trying to push it inside. She sends it back out to Mensah. Andre has the ball. She's dribbling it in as she loses control, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, active hands there by Denver, and that ultimately led to St. Andre not being able to get quite a grip on the ball. And like I mentioned at the end of the half, she was limping off a little bit. She does seem to be okay right now. We'll have to monitor her. I don't know if it's her ankle or something in her leg. As Denver with the ball here, they can tie it or even take the lead here early in the third quarter.
As though it's a turnover. Mensah gets the ball as Smith just could not hold on. And here comes the Roos. Let's get at it. Come on. Sinai pushes it out. It's Stafford. Sinai looks better right now as she was limping off the court during halftime. She's looking a lot better right now as Stafford pushing it out. Stafford fakes it. It's Ewell pushing it in, and it's in.
You know what I said during the halftime is 6 points in the paint is not going to cut it in a half. Right there, they already get 2 points in the paint to start this half.
As Denver trying to 30-26, they're trying to decrease this lead a little bit. As Monet pushing it in, and it's in.
Tough. That's a really tough shot. You just got to, sometimes as a defender, you're okay with it because you have a hand in her face. She made a tough shot, and they're very close, and they're going to get a 5-second violation. So the press for Denver causes Kansas City to get a 5-second violation. Just things that cannot happen.
A press that Denver has been showcasing tonight, as it seems to be the Roos kryptonite. As Haar shoots it up, misses. Mensah pushing it down. Mensah looking. She gives it to Sinai. Sinai asks for a screen, and Sinai pushes it in, and she makes it.
You know, and Sinai looked like she was losing her balance a little bit there, but then she was able to contain herself just at the last moment and get the layup.
Haar sends it out to JoJo Jones. JoJo Jones has the easy lane, and the Roos just let that go.
Just lazy defense right there, just letting her blow by. Got to be better than that.
And again, Denver's trap. Hey, Julia. Denver playing trap defense as Elise has the ball, sends it out to Sinai. Sinai looking.
And interesting enough, Cristian, Nero not on the court to start the second half.
Nero, I'm surprised that she's not on. I would want her back in as
she's one of the more efficient players in the first half.
Mensah, gets her shot blocked as Denver has the ball. As Monet, the block leader here on the Denver Pioneers defense. Oh, and down goes Haar.
They're going to call a foul on Kansas City. Not sure the number.
Probably on Elise.
We'll see here. And if it's on Elise, that's her third. So for Kansas, and it's not. So luckily for the Roos, it's on St. Andre and not Stafford.
And they sub out. I thought they were going to sub out Sinai early, but it looks like it's Mensah being subbed out pretty early. Now it's Denver ball. As Haar sends it out to Smith. Smith working around Elise. Oh, great pass. Ooh, down goes Brandon from Denver, and it looks like it's on the Roos.
It is on Kansas City. We're going to see what it is. It's an off-ball foul. That's going to be on Mikhail Mullins, her second foul of the night.
Let's see if the Roos can play some great defense and get the ball back in their territory. As here comes Smith. Smith pushes it out to Haar. Haar spins it back to Smith. Smith trying to go inside. She's looking for an outside pass. This is Monet. Monet loses the ball, and that's Roos' ball. Rain Green pushing it down the court, and Rain Green trying to make the layup, and she gets the foul. Great work by Rain.
Active hands leads to wins. That's a great job there. They get in on the ball on the defensive side. They push the pace. Rain Green, excellent job forcing that foul, and now she's going to head to the free throw line for 2 big free throws for Kansas City.
And here comes Rain. Again, she started last week. She has not. As we see Coach Jackson talking to Sinai, looking to give her.
And there it is. The perfect free throw streak is over.
As I was saying, Coach Jackson is giving Sinai some advice here defensively. You wonder if you wonder what she's telling her. And there goes the perfect streak.
It is gone, but hey, it's time to start a new streak. 33-30, Roos lead.
And here comes Har. Har sends it to Smith. Smith pushing it inside, and she tries to make the layup. She could not. That's out on Denver, and it's Roos' ball.
Cristian, I was about to say, if they called that on Kansas City, that was very late, but ultimately it was on Denver.
As here comes the Roos. Denver playing trap defense again as Sinai.
Oh, you can't do that.
You're
she
doubling.
She cornered herself.
Ooh,
Lucky
and then Rain taking advantage of that. She's going inside, layup, and it's in. Great job by the Roos.
And St. Andre did a fantastic job in a terrible spot because she was cornered on the inbound, and she was just able to chuck it, and it worked.
Here comes Denver. Denver with Smith having the ball, the freshman guard. She's looking. And, the Roos are playing great defense. Sinai gets the turnover on the bad pass. Sinai pushing it in, and it's in.
This has been a very good stretch for Kansas City right here. Push the lead back up to 7. Timeout Denver, and Kansas City is feeling it right now.
I want to give Sinai a nickname. She's like the Black Mamba on that court. She's slithering in and out with proficiency.
Black Mamba is kind of a legendary nickname at this point. You got to be pretty special to get that one, but to your point, I mean, she's been very active defensively, and when she attacks the rim, good things happen.
Great job by the Roos. We want to give you a scoring update as the Roos just started over there in Denver. It is 2-1. A very big update. But back to women's basketball. I really love how the Roos are playing right now. They're taking advantage of Denver playing trap defense. There are consequences to playing trap defense, and they're taking advantage of that, especially on that Sinai pass.
There's consequences, but there's also been some times where it's benefited them greatly. It's got the 5-second violation. There's been multiple turnovers. Obviously, I don't know if Denver does this consistently with every team or if they saw something on the film with Kansas City to where they thought, okay, this team struggles in these situations, let's do this. But nonetheless, it's been kind of iffy for them. It's been great at times, but when Kansas City's been able to break out of the press, they've gotten easy baskets.
Now, we're hoping to get some information from our sideline reporter, Melissa Reggio, as again, looks like Sinai is doing good. It looks like her ankle has not hindered her play. But again, you have to beg to wonder. You got to wonder if Kansas City is going to continue to play this style of offense that they're playing, just taking advantage of Denver mistakes, as Denver's turned it over 14 times. The Roos only 12, and Denver winning the rebound game right now, 22-21. Have not shot a free throw. I've been keeping up with the Roos on the three-point percentage. But overall, Jackson, tell me, what do you make any changes if you're KC?
Yeah, I think I put Narrow back on the court, Ravon Narrow. I don't know why. Maybe they're resting. Maybe they're trying to keep her fresh for the fourth quarter. I'm not sure the exact philosophy on it. But, I think they've done a solid job in this third quarter so far. Defensively, they're all over Denver. Denver gets no good looks. Just clean up the turnovers a little bit, and I think that, in all honesty, I like the 5 we got on the floor.
Now, Denver's going to have the ball. Mary Wilson's going to take it out for Denver. All right. Whoa.
Off-ball foul. And that's just the stuff you can't do because it just gets you closer to the bonus. And it's just.
It's a third. Is that another foul on Sinai?
So now that's her third. So now foul trouble creeping up on her as well.
Is Denver. Sends it. Brandon shoots, and it's blocked by Ewell.
Get a loose ball.
And Mary Wilson shoots, misses, and the Roos just have allowed 2 offensive rebounds. Wilson shoots again.
Wow.
And that's a 3-point shot made by Denver.
And you got to give credit to, and something's going on down here.
Looks like Sinai is, they got to cool down Sinai here for a second. She's not happy. And they're
going to send them to the benches. I'm not sure exactly what happened.
Looks like maybe Brandon got pushed, but I'm not entirely sure. Looks like the coaches are going to talk here for a second. Not entirely sure what just happened. But again, I hope Barossa can get on to what's going on. It looks like Sinai, yeah, again, she's not happy. And again, I mean, I would not be happy either right now, as you just gave up two offensive rebounds to Denver.
Loose balls, the two 50-50 balls. And when you give up two 50-50 balls, bad things are going to happen. And Denver gets a wide open three and hits it. Just a real tough pill to swallow.
And you know, Kansas City needs to keep this league going, and we're going to see how they do right after this this timeout.
Well, we'll see here. I mean, they're going to look at the replay here. We may be looking at ejections right now. I mean, you might be, depending on what happened. At the very least, you think there might be a technical foul here if they're going to have to put both teams to their benches and separate them.
Yeah, and if Sinai's sitting on the bench,
yeah,
they're looking. We need to.
If Sinai's sitting on the bench, she's not in the team huddle right now. I'm not sure if she's coming back in or not. It'll be interesting to see how they go forward.
This could be big. If they lose Sinai, this could be big.
It's going to be a big decision right here. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what happened.
It looks like it's got some reports coming in. Fourth foul for Sinai.
So it's going to be on Sinai. And then we're waiting to see exactly what the call is. But nonetheless, a devastating possession for Kansas City.
And yeah, it looks like our sign-in report Marissa just texted me saying that it looks like it may be a guaranteed fourth foul on Sinai, which is surprising. You know,
Did she do it?
we're hoping that that's not the case, because again, you don't want your star player to have four fouls.
Again, we're talking
early.
about the fourth foul, but if it's a technical on top of the fourth foul, then she's out. It'll be 5.
That could be big.
If she had a regular foul, like a regular basketball foul, plus the tech, then she'd be at 5. So it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
Again, let's hope that this is not the case.
Well, we don't have access to the replays, so.
We have an intentional foul on white 20. We're going to shoot 2 free throws from red. Anyone who shoots them, we're going to have ball at division line right now.
Thank you. Yeah, we just got word. It's an intentional foul on Sinai.
So we're going to intentional foul on Sinai. They're going to get Denver's going to get 2 free throws. They can pick anybody that they want to shoot the 2 free throws. So
that felt awesome. Sorry. Yeah, that's what we suspected. It looks like it is a fourth foul. And again, Kansas City has one of their best players with 4 fouls tonight.
Yeah, I think you got to sit her for the rest of the quarter, in all honesty.
You need her for this last quarter.
I just don't think you can risk getting that 5th foul before the 4th quarter. I think you've got to sit her down.
And now we get more Nero. We got to get more Nero.
You just might, and I think it's about time for that to happen.
It is about gosh darn time, honestly. I'm ready to see Nero. She's a great defender. She's been playing great offensively. You need her back. You need her in. And I didn't want this to happen. I didn't want this to be the way that it happened, but I'm happy that we get to see her back.
But let's for a second go back to the game, right? So that was 2 50-50 balls, right?
Right.
And they hit a 3, and now they're going to get 2 free throws with anybody they're choosing. That turned into what should have been 0-point possession to a 5-point possession. Like, that is a critical swing in this game.
Oh, and we're getting more information.
5 games.
First free throw is good, so it's a 4-point possession already, and it's now been cut to a 1-possession game.
And Mary Wilson, one of the best free throw shooters here for Denver. She
missed the second, though.
More than you deserve.
Denver, I hope I did not jinx you. That was my fault.
And Denver gets the ball on top of that. So this could be up to a 7-point possession at this point if they were to hit a 3 here. Just ludicrous.
Ludicrous. and that's not a good play by Denver, but they get the ball hard, looking to push it down with one person out, and Smith shoots. She misses, but Monet gets the ball.
Get loose ball.
And now they're just surrounding Monet.
Should be a jump. Oh, they're going to call a foul here. I thought that might have been a jump ball, but they are going to call a foul. I couldn't quite see. We're going to get the number pretty quick. A shoving foul on Kansas City, and it's going to be 2 free throws for Denver.
This is not a good possession for the Roos.
And with 5:50 to go in the quarter, Denver is already in the bonus.
A great possession for Denver, but not a great possession for the Roos. And as they
First free throw is no good for Denver.
And this is not great. And you can even look at Coach Jackson sitting down for a second. You wonder if Kansas City is going to get another run. Now let's see if they can actually get some points now to combat this this run that
turned into a 5-point possession at the end of the day.
Nero had the ball. Stafford looking. She moves around. Ooh, push. Oh, man.
Offensively rebounded by Ewell, kicks out to Nero. She fakes, takes a jumper. Doubt it.
That's a great play by Nero. And here comes Har. Har passed it out to Smith. Smith looking. Sends it to Brandon, who fell down on that play. Monet looking to push it inside. Leading rebounder here for Denver. And Mary Wilson shoots, and that's a 3-point shot.
Wet like water.
39-38 with 5:10 left in the third quarter.
Nero pushing the court. She's going to drive, fake, get blocked.
That's a block by Monet as she stares down her opponent.
Nero seems to be all right. 39-38, Roos lead, 5:03 to go in the third period.
And this is
Kansas City retains possession.
Roos need to do something here. Elise looking. She's getting smothered by Brandon. She sends it out to Nero. Nero fakes it, pushes it inside. Layup, no good. And it's Roos ball. Rain Green
hustle.
pushing it in. Pass out of the way. Denver has Monet, takes it out.
Wow.
Smith has the ball for Denver. It sends it down to Har. Har shoots. And now Denver has the lead by 1 point, 39-40. 4:36 left for Roos.
Excellent possession. I mean, just crazy. Loose balls, everything. That possession had everything. Kansas City really needs an answer here.
And here comes the Roos. Are they going to respond? Brain Green with the ball. Sends it to Mullen. Mullen looking. Sends it to Stafford. Stafford dribbling, looking around. See, she finds someone on the inside. Signs Ewell. Ewell shoots it up and misses.
Just a miss you can't have. That's too good of a look to miss. She'll be kicking herself for that one.
Let's hope this is not the collapse the Roos want as Smith looks to push it out. And that's a great catch by Elise, but
couldn't quite stay in bounds.
And that, again, just not happy. The Roos are not happy right now. Looks like it's going to be Denver taking the ball out.
Probably not. That's not what she excels at.
And here we go. And look at Coach Jackson. She just has this death stare. She looks like she might kill someone.
It's been tough, you know. Obviously, they haven't started conference play the way they'd like to, and tonight's just been a physical battle.
Now it's going to be Roos ball. Elise looking for someone. Let's not get that 5. There you go. Great catch by Mullen. And there goes Rain Green pushing it down the court for the Roos. She's looking. Pushes it down. Lays it up. Misses. And the Roos have the ball, and that's Ewell. Great play by Ewell, getting that rebound and putting it back in as Denver trying to get a shot here. Har has the ball. Har sends it. Wilson shoots, and she makes it as she's been the 3-point leader here for Denver. My goodness.
And this ties Denver's biggest lead of the night, 43-41. It's the biggest lead they've had all night, and we've got a timeout by the Roos. Coach Jackson Durrett is not too pleased, and while we have a chance, we're going to kick it to our sideline reporter, Marissa Leggio, who's been over there on the benches. Let's sort this all out, Marissa. What's been going on?
Okay, so I was able to talk to one of the team managers, and she wasn't really sure what she could and couldn't say, but one of the things I asked them was, what did they talk about during halftime that they wanted to bring out into the second half and show everyone? And I got a really good quote from her, actually. She said that their mindset for this second half was we over me. So that basically means like playing as a team versus just playing individual. Pass the ball, play as a team, work together. Don't just focus on yourself and getting straight to the basket, because that's not obviously the goal of the game and stuff. So.
And quickly, tell me a little bit about Coach Jackson. She's not been happy this last couple minutes.
No. Her facial expressions kind of say it all. You could definitely tell her body language. No, something is definitely, I've been trying to listen in on some stuff, but it's kind of a little hard to hear over there. Fans are a little loud over there, but yeah, no. Definitely looks a little frustrated. I know the fouling thing kind of had her a little down, but hopefully this team just kind of pulls through and takes it easy and everything gets figured out, and yeah.
Let's go.
And we really thank you. Do you have anything else, any other information you gotten? Have you gotten anything about Sinai? I know that there's been like a little.
So I asked the manager about that, and she said she didn't know. So I'm assuming it was nothing too serious. Nothing too serious. I did see a bag of ice over there. Wasn't sure if it was for her or if it was for another player, but yeah, didn't get much information on the ankle. I'm going to go back over there and try and see if I could get any more information on that, for sure.
Thank you, Marissa. We appreciate you. Hope to get more information from you when we can.
Perfect, yep.
And right now, just to quickly update you, it's been kind of a messy game here in the last couple minutes here for the Roos. Jackson, 41-43. The Roos are down by 2. No Sinai, probably the rest of the quarter as they're mopping up the floor. Who has to step up?
I mean, I think they just need contributions from everybody, but I think especially the bigs. I mean, you've got to get more points inside the paint. They've tried. I'd say they've tried this half more than they did last half, but they've just been getting stuffed. Not much that they've really been able to do. So we'll see. I just think that that's where it ultimately comes down to. You're looking at people like Jocelyn Ewell, Micaiah Mullins, and those sorts of people to try and get you something down low.
And here comes Brandon for Denver. And Wilson has it. And there goes Hart. Sends it to Brandon. Brandon shoots and extends the lead for Denver. It is 41-46. And now Denver's going to play trap defense, trying to. And there's a 5-second.
Another 5-second. Coach Jackson Durrett just is sitting on the sideline with her head down. She cannot believe what she is watching. But it's easy to say, it's fair to say at least, that the full court press Denver has imposed has been giving Kansas City fits.
You're not prepared.
And Denver has the ball again, an opportunity to increase this lead. Hard lays it up, and now it's 48 for Denver, 41 for Roos.
And this has just not been, it's been a poor showing in the second half for Kansas City to this point. They need somebody to step up, give them some baskets, because right now they just do not look comfortable.
And here comes Stafford. Stafford has the ball, sends it to the opposite court to Mensah. Mensah shoots, and it's a miss, but Mullins has it. Gets blocked by Monet. And Brandon coming down the court. Passes it out to Wilson. Foul!
Fouled on the three-point shot. Nothing going right in this quarter for Kansas City. They're down 7. I mean, things have just taken a south turn. And remember, the Roos were up 37-30. They now find themselves down 48-41. Just and at this point, it looks like they're in danger of getting down double digits if these free throws fall.
Wilson shoots and makes the first one. I'm just surprised. I am just flabbergasted by how the Roos have they had the lead, and now they're down by 9. It's
unbelievable. I mean, this has been a quarter straight from hell for Kansas City. They've been outscored this quarter 25-13. It has just not been their quarter. And remember, they had a very
poor quarter versus South Dakota State in their last game where they got outscored 31-4. This one not as drastic, but still they've got to find a way to stop the bleeding.
And here is Rain. Rain filling in for Sinai as Mensa sends the ball in, and that's another jump ball, and it's gonna be Kansas City ball.
It will stay with Kansas City, but still not what you like to see there.
Jackson Durrett, Coach Jackson Durrett.
This quarter, Christian, Denver shooting 61.5%, Kansas City 35%.
Not what you're looking for as Elise catches that
Can't win like
jump
that.
ball, and here's Elise, sends it to Rain. Rain looking for the inside on Mullen. Mullen pushing, shoots and she makes it.
Needed it desperately, needed a bucket there, needed to do something to respond.
Glad she got that in. 43-51 with about a minute left.
And Kansas City, the way they're going to win this game is defense. They're going to have to get stops, and they're going to have to turn that into offense because their half-court offense, when it's not transition, when they're in the half-court set offense, they don't do anything. They can't move around. People aren't moving.
And here comes, oh my goodness, another.
And that's just another silly foul. The ball's not even in play. Why even risk getting your fouls up like that? Denver's in the bonus. This is going to be a chance for 2 more free throws.
Now let's see if Brandon will capitalize on the foul.
Makes first.
And again, you're almost destined to be down by 10.
Behavior, she's gonna flop.
As I just don't know what's happening. It's weird. This is a weird. It's odd what's going on here. As Rain Greenless pushes it out to Mensa. Mensa looking down the court. She's trying to make something happen. Floats it up and misses.
And that's just, you've got to make those. Like, if they're not easy, they're not layups, they're not unguarded, but those are shots that you really do need to make if you want to come back and win this one. Those are high percentage shots.
Substitution coming into the Pioneers from 34, Simon Corning. Also in the Denver, 22, Mackenzie Jones.
And here comes the Roos. And here we go. As Mullins pushes it in.
That will not count. There was no continuation there. They called that foul prior to the shot. So Kansas City, I mean, doesn't look like, unless something changes here in the next 50 seconds, doesn't look like they're even going to get into the bonus this quarter. Denver was at the bonus with 5 minutes in the quarter.
Sends it out. Mullen has it. Mullen looking inside, sends it to Ewell. Ewell makes it.
And that's exactly what you want to see. Attack the paint. Attack the rim. Get to the bucket.
As Denver sends the ball out and it's out of bounds.
An uncharacteristic mistake by Denver. Kansas City's going to need to adjust. They're going to need to take advantage of that, I should say.
And here we go. Can't Kansas City shorten this lead somehow? Somehow, some way, you got to shorten the lead. Mensa has the ball. Mensa looking, and Mullins waving to get the ball from Mensa. But Rain Green has the ball. Rain Green looking. She has looks out, sends it to Mensa. Mensa shoots to Stafford. Stafford with the 3, and it's in. That's what you need. That is what you need. Great shot by Elise Stafford.
A clutch shot, and now as this time's going down here, Kansas City could really use a stop and go into the fourth with all the momentum.
And there he, damn.
Couldn't quite do it. And at the end of the third quarter, Denver leads Kansas City 55-48. An explosive third quarter offensively for Denver. Just kind of an unreal quarter. They outscored Kansas City 29-20 in the third. Putting up 30 points in that quarter, shooting 64% in that quarter, hit 4 threes in that quarter. That was just all Denver. Kansas City's going to need to, they're going to have to, offensively, that wasn't the worst. They shot 9 of 21, 43% from the field. You can live with that. Shot 1 of 2 from downtown. You can live with that sort of stuff. I think what ultimately comes down to it, though, is that they just defensively could not get stops.
And yeah, and again, I'm just so confused. Again, Kansas City just needs to clean their act. Tell me, Jackson, what does Kansas City need to do to make that score tied or at least lead with 10 minutes left in the game?
It's going to come down to attacking the paint, which I've said all night. I sound like a broken record, but it will come down to that because Kansas City just does not have the shooters to win this game and come back in this game from shooting outside. So it's ultimately going to come down to the shooter, to the people, to the bigs, getting into the paint, to Sinai. You know, obviously she has the 4 fouls, but eventually she's going to have to come into the game. And then defensively, you got to rebound. You can't give Denver second chance opportunities if you're Kansas City. You've got to find a way to get stops. They, unfortunately, for Kansas City, have not been able to get stops since that first quarter. They held Denver in that first quarter, Cristian, to 4 of 15 shooting. In the second quarter, Denver shot 7 of 18. In the third quarter, Denver shot 9 of 14. It's just outside of that first quarter, Kansas City's defense has just gotten absolutely destroyed, and it's something that Coach Jackson Durrett has to emphasize. And look, you might have to try something new. If the 5 you have on the floor can't get stops, you got to put new people in. You got to try new things. There's just no other way around it.
And yeah, and again, it's just I don't know what the Roos just need to clean their act up. They need to improve. They need to find a way to just tie this game to make it interesting, to at least get a conference win here tonight in a very rowdy home crowd.
You know, it would feel like such a missed opportunity for them if they didn't win this game and get their first conference win of the season, because they had so many good stretches in this game, yet they just had some short stretches, but those short stretches, they've just been outplayed tremendously. They've got to find a way to prevent any of that from happening in this final quarter.
Here comes Har. She's gonna, seems to be the facilitator of this offense. Smith pushes it out. Wilson shoots again, and it's another 3, and it's 10 points.
If you give up those looks, it's night over. The night is over if you give up those looks.
And she's leading the team in points for Denver, 22 as
just couldn't quite get that one to fall.
But again, 9:39 left, 48-58. I wonder what Coach Jackson's going to do. Is she going to bring back out Sinai? Will she risk getting Sinai fouled out? Will she put in Nero for defense? What is she going to do? As Ewell misses so much for that streak, as the Roos have missed 2 free throws tonight.
And it's just critical when you're down 10 points in the fourth quarter that you've absolutely got to hit these free throws, and going 0 for 2, as she does there, is just something that just cannot happen.
And the crowd is silent after that as Smith misses and looks, and Elise has the ball. She's trying to go.
Got to be careful with that ball. She gets fouled. Kind of a ticky-tack foul. Personally, I like to see when refs let the teams play, when they let the teams go about it themselves. I don't like when they get in it so much, but sometimes it is necessary. This game has been very physical. Both sides have been chippy, and so it's just the way they've been calling it all night. They've been consistent with it, and that's the way it is.
And Green loses the ball. And
costly turnover there for Green.
A costly turnover for Denver as Har pushes it in. She looks out, and it's Wilson again. Is she going to hit it? Oh, my goodness.
Is she related to Curry? Is she? I mean, she kind of has to be, right?
Is. And you look at Coach Jackson, she looks defeated.
I'd say something better. She looks like she doesn't have an answer.
And Elise
she doesn't look like she knows. She doesn't look like she knows what to do. She just is out of answers to stop this.
And here comes Sinai.
It's a last-ditch effort. Coach Jackson Durrett knows that you got to get back into this game right now, or you're going to lose this game.
As Denver gets the ball, Smith looking, sends it back to Wilson, who's been shooting hot tonight. Smith sends it to Har. Har shoots, and that is a missed 3 as the Roos almost get the rebound, and they do. Ooh, jump ball.
It's going to be a jump ball, and possession will go to Denver. So another loose ball going to Denver. It's just been, it's going to go to Kansas City. My apologies.
It's okay. We forgive you. Now, Kansas City. Sinai has the ball. Will she be the difference maker here tonight? Looking. Tries to go inside. Passes it out to Elise. Elise pushing inside, shoots it, and it's in and out. But Ewell has the ball, and it's another foul.
She'll go back to the free throw line. So big offensive rebound for her, keeping the possession alive. And look, second chance points are crucial in this game. She did a great job there, and now she has an opportunity to get 2 points for Kansas City, cut this deficit to 11.
And they take out Mensa, and in comes Rain Green. It's Rain Green and Sinai in the backcourt. Ewell gonna shoot. Mullins in as well. And Elise Stafford looks like it's the Big Five playing.
This free throw's good. Hits this one.
Let's see if she can redeem herself. Now if
Kansas City total from the charity stripe tonight is 8 for 11 before this free throw. And they are 9 for 12.
Great. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Down
they
goes.
go, and this does not look good.
This is not good. This is not good.
No.
Sinai in pain.
Sinai something. And the crowd has...
She is not doing well. It does not look good. She's going to be out.
Yeah, this is just tough to see. I think she got hit in the head or something. We didn't get a great look at it. It was a lot of people, leaving the free throw line after the second make that rimmed in. A lot of bodies were going for the rebound. Tough to tell what happened, but nonetheless.
She got hit by Mary Wilson here.
Yeah, and Mary was down on the ground as well, holding her head, but... And this is just...
Not a great scene.
You hate to see something like this. Just going for the ball, I assume.
And
again, I didn't quite get a clear... I don't know if you did, Cristian. I didn't quite see what happened.
I did not get.
I was watching the rebound, or I was watching the free throw, excuse me.
And it looks like... we're getting information and maybe there's a silent crowd right now. There's a lot going on in the court for the Roos. We're hoping Sinai's all right, but she's just...
I thought maybe she was grabbing towards her eye, maybe?
And she's just...
Again, we don't want to speculate on anything. We don't.
Let's not even try.
We're not,
We're not doctors.
We're just trying to paint a picture of what we saw here in the stadium, but...
And this happened right after the rebound.
This happened right after a free throw.
Yeah.
That went in. And that's, I think, it rimmed in, if you recall. And I think that's why.
And Sinai she's getting up as she just looks distraught. This is not looking good for... We're hoping that she's doing okay, but she's in a lot of pain. Let's hope she can get up. And Jackson Durrett doing an excellent job just being with her player, making sure that she's okay. I think that's the biggest thing you can ask right now. Is,
it obviously much bigger than the game of basketball right now. And your head, obviously, anytime something happens around there, you are obviously going to be scared. It's a scary sight.
And we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back.
We'll be back with you whenever play resumes.
And we are back. It was a tough scene to watch Sinai come off the court as we've got confirmation that they collided heads after that free throw. And looked like Mary Wilson. It's a foul on Mary Wilson, who collided heads with Sinai. She looks.
Yeah, and that's just tough.
And we're getting reports that yeah, this is not looking great for Sinai tonight. As team doctors are going to check in with her, make sure that she is okay. As
good news was that she was able to walk off under her own power, but still
not good for.
Still not what you want to see. But we're back in play now. Kansas City with the ball.
Rain Green, as Mensa comes back in. Rain Green shoots it up and misses.
Fight for the ball.
And it's Denver ball. Tough to come back from an injury like that.
You know, it is. And it's, you know, as a team that can either break you or that can really get you going. As the Roos are trying their full court press now, taking a little bit of Denver's play.
And here comes Har. Gonna try to
Pass the ball.
Oh no, this might be a concussion for.
And layup is good for Denver.
We're getting reports that it might be a concussion for Sinai. This is not good. As the Roos have the ball, sends it out. Rain Green has the ball, and Rain sends it out to Elise. Elise has it. She sends it out. They're down by 13. Let's see if they make anything happen. Mensa has it. Green has it. Sends it out to Stafford. Stafford looking to go in. And
can't find anything. They've done a great job, Denver has, on the interior.
And she shoots, and she misses, and it's out on Kansas City.
Yeah, Stafford there. Got a good look. It looked good. It wasn't, you know, that's a good look for her. She's a good shooter, so anytime you can get that sort of look, you want her to take it. Just couldn't quite get that one to fall, and possession will go to Denver. And a foul on Rain Green here. Denver was trying to get the ball inbounded, but an off-ball foul.
And again, let's hope that, I'm really hoping that Sinai is better, but Denver will get the ball. Har has it. She's looking to come down the court. She's pushing it down. Har looking. And here comes Denver. Denver trying to shoot. Smith has the ball, looking inside, and it's a turnover.
Nice.
Nero has it. Nero looking to push it inside. The kind of player that you need on the court right now. As Stafford pushes it out, sends it to Green, and it's Nero with the ball.
Trying to set up a play here. Jackson Durrett looking at him. Rain Green drives, can't quite get it to fall. Tipped around. Nero's going to hustle for the ball, and she's able to grab it. And it will not be a back and forth because the ball was tipped around. Denver was asking for it.
And it sends it inside. Stafford has the opportunity to score and lays it
fouled
up.
on her way up.
And now it's just a matter of if she can make these shots, you know, reduce.
Yeah, big free. Every free throw, any little detail at this point is important for the Roos because when you're down double-digit points late in a game like this, any little advantage you can grab is the biggest deal.
And Stafford shoots.
And an uncharacteristic missed free throw. I mean, gosh, just not. The second half has just not been kind to Kansas City.
But again, there's still a lot of time left. 6:43 left on the clock.
It's second.
51-63. Roos are down by more than 10. And now Denver has the ball. Shoots and misses.
Good hustle by Stafford. She's trapped. She needs help. And good job by Kansas City and helping out.
And there goes Green. Green pushing it.
Spinning. And one!
Great play by Rain Green. That was
that.
what you needed if you were the Roos.
Attack the basket, Cristian. Good things happen.
And now at the line, will be green. Is she going to capitalize on and one?
I don't think the score has been updated. It should be 63-53. Scoreboard still says 63-51.
Interesting.
Rims in, so
Rims in.
the real score is 63-54.
And they're saying 52. I'm confused about this.
The online live stats have it at 54, so we'll have to see about that. If they called that an and one, it should be 54. Nonetheless, Denver with an offensive foul right as the inbound of that, and they'll go back to Kansas City.
Are they going to update the score here?
There we go.
There we go.
That score has been updated. I'm not insane.
No, you're not, Jackson. No, you're not, my fellow comrade.
All right, so Kansas City here with an opportunity, Cristian.
And Nero has the ball. Let's see if she can hit a three of her own. Sends it to Green. Green pushing it inside. Loses control of the ball, but Mensa has it, luckily. Mensa looking. She's going to push inside. She's going to lay it up. And it's in. Great job by the Roos. As it's 56-63. They're closing this deficit.
Don't look now, but this is getting close. A quick 6-0 run by the Roos.
And now Smith has the ball.
Defense, hands up.
And there goes Ray Green. She hits.
Should try to throw the ball back in, accidentally hit an official with it.
Oh, gosh. We hope. But that was a great effort, great play by Rain Green, who, again, has been making a difference here as well. Let's hope that she can continue her efficient play here tonight as Denver has the ball. Smith sends it to Har. Har looking.
Kansas City's been disruptive defensively. You love to see that if you're the Roos.
And now Har looking to push it inside.
That's
foul.
It was good defense. She was well positioned, but when she came down to contest the shot, she got the arm.
And here you go. Denver shooting, and it's Har makes her first shot. 56-64, 5:36 left. This is Roo. K-ROO. Roo. What do we call her channel? I keep forgetting. But anywho, it is a 56-65. The Roos are lose lead. It continues to grow. As Elise is looking to prevent a five-second violation. Ooh, and Nero creates some space with that crossover. Is Nero looking for someone, looking for something, and she fakes the shot. And now Yule is trying to make it, but she just gives it back to Nero. Nero trying to push it inside. She shoots and hits the rim. And now it's Denver ball again. And here comes Denver. Sends it to Brandon. Brandon looking around. Sends it back to Har. Har trying to find something. As she's getting well defended by Nero. Brandon coming in, pushes inside, and another foul on Kansas City.
Team foul back in for the Pioneers, number 33, Mary Wilson.
And slow to get up is Brandon.
Just has been a tough night, Cristian. Some physical basketball. We've seen multiple players hit the floor.
Yeah, definitely a physical one here tonight. Not what we, well, you know, you always expect a physical game, but it's been to the point where we've lost. It's just been tough. It's just been tough. As Denver sends the ball out, and that's a mistake by Denver. Elise has it. She rolls it in, and she makes it. It's 58-65. The Roos are cutting down this deficit, Jackson.
Unbelievable. I mean, the Roos, they needed something in this fourth quarter. They needed a spark, and they're at least hanging around here. They're giving themselves an opportunity with 4.5 minutes left to go to make something happen. And wow, that was a physical screen. So here's what I'll argue here, Cristian, is do they just want her not to run through the screen? What's she supposed to do? She has to get around the screen some. I just don't love how they call that on the Roos. I don't think it should be called in general. I just feel like if two players collide on a screen, as long as the person setting the screen, as the first free throw for the Denver is good, as long as the person setting the screen isn't moving, I think they should just let them play.
And here comes Brandon, gonna try to increase his lead, and she hits the rim, and then she gets it, and it goes back in, and it's a timeout, Denver, and it's 58-68. 4:32 left on the clock. The full timeout. We're trying to get in information about Sinai as much as you can, and it looks like a lot is going on over there. And it looks like she may have gotten poked. She collided heads. We're hoping she's okay. We'll see what happens. We'll see what Coach Jackson Durrett pulls out right now. She needs to get her best players on her court and make something happen, Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, this is where you need your playmakers to make plays, but down 10 points with 4.5 minutes, it honestly does come down to three-point shooting at this point. Kind of late to do anything else. So you rely on Ravon Nero, you rely on Elise Stafford. You try and see if other people can get going. Maybe put in some people that don't normally play. I'll tell you someone Kansas City's missing. Who? That is injured and is back home right now on break because she's injured. Is Grace Graham. She's from, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Grace Graham is from Australia.
Yes, Grace Graham, freshman guard from Melbourne.
So obviously she's back home enjoying the holiday break with her family. She's injured right now, but she's a key component to the Roos offense. She's a lethal shooter from outside.
And right now we're going to send it to Marissa Leggio, who has some information for us about Sinai and about some of the stuff going on the sideline. As we send it to her in just a moment, as Nero has the ball, she's looking, she's trying to find an open shot. She shoots the three and just misses. Rebound by the Roos. That's Ewell trying to push it out. Gets the pass off to Elise Stafford. Stafford looking, she's pushing it inside and sends it back out to Nero. And Nero gonna try to make something happen here. She pushes inside, lays it up, and it's good. 60-68. Now, here I have Marissa Leggio. Thank you. Tell us a little about what you saw and what is going on with Sinai.
So I'm not 100% sure exactly what was hit or where was hit, but from the sidelines and being behind them, it looks like it's the left eye is what was hit. She's been holding the towel in the ice over the left eye. The right eye looks fine. I want to say, I mean, I don't know. Didn't look great to me. I was kind of like trying to like listen and see what was, what exactly had happened. But to me, it does not look too great. She doesn't look too great over there.
Thank you.
She looks like she's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, and this is just not a good scene for Kansas City as she's the she's one of the vocal leaders on this court.
Yeah, no, she's had a great game tonight. She's been a really powerful, strong performer. So yeah, no, super bummed to see her taken out like that.
As Denver misses both their free throws, Marissa, do you have any other notes for us on the court side? Have players been going up, approaching her, letting her know?
I haven't seen any players approach her, and I want to say it's because I feel like she's kind of out of it right now. I heard the athletic trainer trying to ask her some questions, and I don't even know if they were getting a response. So I'm sure everyone's kind of just trying to let her be right now. Yeah, I don't know. She just looks super out of it.
Thank you, Marissa. We're hoping that we can get some information from the coach. But thank you so much for all the work you've done tonight. And right now, 60-68 Roos. Almost 3 minutes left on the clock. You're down by 8, Jackson. Tell me, is there a chance to complete this comeback and at least, at least make it a tie game?
Yeah, I mean, again, it goes back to you need the shooters. I'll tell you what, Denver not hitting their free throws here to put this away. This is Micaiah Minette.
Box out.
She has been 0 for her last 3 from the line. We'll see if she can shoot this one. But she does that one. I was going to say, you might have to start hack-a-shacking her to send her to the free throw line. But now 69-60 with 3:09 to play.
Elise looking, sends it to Nero. It's almost 3 minutes left. If you're Kansas City, you got to make something happen. And she sends it to, just
Stayed in. A lot of bodies in our vision. We couldn't quite see what was going on, but we were able to keep the ball in bounds.
And Stafford shoots the 3 and just hits the rim, and Brandon gets the ball.
Those are the ones you got to have, and I don't blame her for taking it. You need threes. You need something right now, but just not going to work there.
And Hard send it out. Blocked by.
That's a foul. That's it. They are hitting our players.
And
They hit our players.
there's a lot of ruckus going on here. A lot of fans thought there should have been a foul on the rebound. They did not call one. Now there's a loose ball, and Kansas City will call a timeout to make sure that they keep possession.
Again, something that's been going on is this is a very physical game. And we're hoping, it doesn't get way too physical again. But again, Kansas City, it's 2:33. You're down by 9. There's still a chance, but you need to make something happen now before it's 1 minute left and you're close to losing. And again, we hope that they can get this conference win. But again. What we're worried about right now the most is just if Sinai is doing okay. We're hoping that she's doing well. Again, we'll hopefully get a response from Coach Jackson Durrett to see if how major this injury can be. But for now, the Roos have the ball. Neera's going to take it out for Kansas City. The Roos are going to look to hit a 3 or get something going here as she sends it out to Green. Green looking as everyone's kind of scattering around the court. Sends it out to Mullen. Mullen looking. She pushes it back out. Green looking to go in, and it's blocked by Monet as Har has the ball, and she's going to try to push it down and try to seal this game for the Roos. Smith shoots, and that's a missed 3. Great rebound by Smith. Rain pushing it down the court, lays it up, and misses again. Not taking advantage of those turnovers by Denver, and Smith has the ball and gives it to Har. Or Har. Yeah, Har. Sorry.
Rhymes to R. That's how you say it.
Rhymes to R, Har. Now Har looking out. Sends it to Monet. Monet looking. She's trying to find an open person down the court. Sends it to Smith. Smith's trying to push it inside. Smith looking to turn it around. Sends it to Har. Har shoots. And that could have been a dagger, but misses.
Narrow the rebound. They got to push now, and they got to make something happen here, Cristian.
Smith sends it out.
It's got to be threes. You got to shoot that. Stafford pumped it, and it's just you need to shoot the 3. The 2 is not good there, especially a contested 2.
And 1:20 left on the clock. The Roos, unless a miracle happens,
this is over if they don't. Yeah, I mean at this point it would take. Well, the Mavericks did it a couple nights ago with Luka, but. Unfortunately, Kansas City does not have Luka, so
we don't have Luka Doncic.
Yeah,
but again,
I mean, there was a lot to build on tonight. I think, Cristian. I think while they're not going to get the result they wanted, and they obviously had some bad stretches in this game, I think they actually looked better tonight than they had previously before tonight. And no one wants to hear that. Nobody likes moral victories, but I think they have stuff to build on after tonight.
And here's Har. She makes her first shot, 60-70 Roos. 109 left. It's 60-71.
Denver up 11 with not a lot of time to go. Creeping up on a minute.
And timeout. Looks like. Is it? A little confusion.
There's a little bit of confusion.
Oh. And looks like the refs are going to convene here real quick. Oh, timeout.
Timeout by Denver.
And yeah.
So at this point, if you're Kansas City, do you just, I mean, you're down 11 with 68 seconds to play. Do you consider just subbing everybody out, putting in the bench? What do you do?
Kansas City just needs to find something. I mean, at least you're fighting for pride now.
Yes, but being realistic, you're not going to win this game. You're just not. You're down 11 with a minute 8. Unless 1 in a million happens, you're not going to win this game. So, in my opinion, you've already lost a key contributor tonight due to injury. Let's just finish this Let's finish this last minute out. Let some of the bench players come in, finish it out, and make sure nobody else gets dinged up before we head into the new year.
And yeah, it looks like Coach Jackson's just trying to give some pep to her team. As on the floor is Nero, Ewell, Rain Green, Mullen, and Elise. And again, again, this game really just went sideways for the Roos right at halftime. They had a commanding lead. They were doing really well, and then a lot of things occurred that just ultimately they have not gone in the Roos' favor, but they have showed some fight tonight, and that's an improvement. And if they go 0-3 of conference play as 1 minute's left in the game, as they gotta make something happen, as they miss, and now Denver just gonna take the ball and just take.
Yeah, you're just playing for these are garbage time minutes at this point.
And Har gets fouled.
Not really. If I'm Kansas City, I don't even really think fouling's necessary at this point. But they'll send Denver to the line for some free throws. See if they can extend this lead. There was a point to where this thing got down to 7, and it felt as if Kansas City had an opportunity to go on a run. Unfortunately for the Roos, they were not able to capitalize on that run, and now Denver in complete control as the first free throw is no good. Complete control of this game.
And 45 seconds left on the shot clock, 60-71. Roos are down by 11, now down by 12. You somehow have to make four three-pointers, and I heavily doubt that. Unless miracles happen, it's not going to happen. And did we get a substitute coming in for Kansas City? I guess not. Looks like Robles does come in for Denver. As Elise tries to shoot, she fakes it, she pushes it inside, and misses. Now Denver, all they need to do is just milk this clock down.
And if you Kansas City, just let them dribble it out. There's no need to do anything. This game is over.
30 seconds on the game clock, 21 on the shot clock, 27 now. Slight difference, but still a difference nonetheless. So Smith has the ball. For Denver. Denver looking, and it's the foul on
and there's just
Stafford.
No need for it. The game is over. You can tell Coach Jackson Durrett sitting there over the bench, she is frustrated because there's just no sense in it.
No sense at all, but again, if you're Coach Jackson Durrett, my apologies, you have to at least be happy with what has occurred tonight. You saw a great team in the first half. You have to build upon that.
Yeah.
These kinds of situations that happen as Smith misses her second free throw, 60-73. Again, Coach, and there's 14 seconds left. If you're Coach Smith, you take advantage of what you've seen in the first half, seen an improvement, and just kind of build upon that.
Yeah, and like I said, good things happened tonight. That first half was good. There was moments in the third and fourth quarter that were good, but just not enough.
3 seconds left as they turn the ball over, and Denver wins the game, 73-63.
Fitting in. To be honest, the fitting in. The Roos were careless with the ball tonight, and I think that was one of the big reasons that they dropped this one. And poor shooting. It was just a tough night for Kansas City in a game that felt very winnable for them.
And now we're gonna talk real quick, and then we gotta sign off to talk to Coach. Again, tonight, basically a game recap. It's been a very difficult game. They had the first half advantage. As you see Denver coming out to salute Sinai. They had an impressive first half, and ever since Sinai got injured, and it just felt like everything kind of went down. But again, the Roos have something to build upon. They got something, right, Jackson?
Yeah, they do, and I think I think it'll be pivotal to see going forward if Sinai St. Andre, how serious the injury is, because if she's not able to go going forward, this team is going to need new leaders to step up and take on her role as a floor general.
We're going to call that a day because we got a lot going on post-game. But we want to thank you guys for listening. We wanted to thank Kansas City Athletics for letting us come tonight. We want to thank ROO News, ROO TV, everyone that's involved, K-ROO especially, for letting us broadcast our game on their channel. We appreciate 100%. What they've done. And we're going to sign off. You guys have a great night.
And shout out to our sideline reporter.
Oh, shout out to our sideline reporter, Marissa Leggio, who has been getting us the information.
Gets
She
the
is doing the
scoops.
job. She's getting us the information we need, and we appreciate that.
Kansas City's Aaron Andrews, they say.
Kansas City's Aaron Andrews, that's damn right. Pardon my French. But we thank you guys. Root up. We will hopefully see you Saturday night as the Roos will be back here. The women's basketball. They're going to be back here. It's going to be Kansas City versus Omaha, the 31st at 2 p.m. It's going to be New Year's Eve. We'll see what happens. Again, we're going to get a response about what has occurred tonight. And, yeah, we're going to sign off. Take care, guys. Have a good night. And we are out.
Peace.